Good morning, friends. So, we continue with our chapter on triangles, and I hope you do remember what we did in the previous lecture. Two triangles are said to be congruent if they are of the same shape and the same size and placed in such a way that the corresponding sides are equal, corresponding angles are also equal. So, we learned yesterday that when you place a triangle over the other, if the corresponding sides are equal and the corresponding angles are also equal, then the triangles are congruent. So there are 6 things to be taken into consideration here. The corresponding sides AB, PQ, BC, QR, AC, PR. The corresponding sides are equal. Angle BAC equal to angle QPR. These two angles are equal. These two. So this leads us to the congruency. So when all these conditions are satisfied, it brings us to the congruency. But we even saw that in some cases not all the 6 but 3 conditions are enough. Remember this, we have done SAS. SAS is an axiom which says if in two triangles, two corresponding sides are equal and the included angle is equal, the two triangles are congruent. ASA was a theorem which we proved yesterday. It states what? If two corresponding angles, these two angles and these two angles, and the included side is equal, then the triangles are congruent. And AAS is a result from ASA. How we got this? Since we know ASA, if in a triangle two angles are equal, then automatically the third angle becomes equal because the sum should be 180. So this leads us to AAS. So just revising this, now we are going to make use of this and try out a few sums today. So today's lecture is mainly using these theorems and axioms to prove certain sums. So let us start making use of the axiom and the theorem. Sum number 1, it is given to us. ACBD is a quadrilateral. Okay? So we have got a quadrilateral ACBD, and what is given to us? It is given to us, already shown, that in the quadrilateral AC equal to AD is given, and also AB is the angular bisector of angle A. Now what is the meaning of the word angular bisector? This angle A is cut into two equal parts by AB, means angular bisector means cutting into two equal parts. So we have angle CAB equal to angle DAB. So how do we write the sum? We begin the sum here. Angle CAB equal to angle DAB, because we'll call this result 1, because AB is the angular bisector of angle A. Okay, so we have to write this. So what I have written, angle CAB, this angle, is equal to angle DAB, this angle, because AB is the angular bisector of angle A. This is the result 1. So now what I have to show? I have to show triangle ACB and triangle ADB are congruent, and then find out what about BC and BD can be said. So I will write the sum down. First of all, I will write AC equal to AD, and that is given. So in the bracket I will write it is given. Okay, it is given to us. AC equal to it is already given. Then angle CAB equal to angle DAB. I'll write from 1. Means the first result I got. Here I mentioned why the result came, here I am mentioning from 1. Now, to prove the congruency, what I need to first do is write here in triangle ACB and triangle ADB. This is very important. I just started the sum, but I should first write which triangles I am talking about and what I am going to do. So first is the result I got, these two angles are equal because it is angular bisector. But when I start the sum, the first thing I need to write is in triangle, which triangles I am taking. So I am taking triangle ACB, one triangle, and triangle ADB. So in triangle ACB and triangle ADB, I am comparing these two triangles. Okay? So I have to write here. Which triangles? Triangle ACB and triangle ADB. AC equal to AD is given. Angle CAB equal to angle DAB, because from result 1 AB is the angular bisector, and AB equal to AB. Now what does AB equal to AB mean? Common, it is a common sign. Now AB equal to AB we know, but what we are talking here, first we are talking of this AB, which is a side of triangle ACB, okay, or CAB. And then I am talking about AB, which is the side of triangle DAB. Because I have taken two triangles, this is the side of this triangle also, and this is the side of this triangle also. So this side will always be equal to the common side. So I have got what? This side is equal, the angle is equal, and another side is equal. So in this triangle I have got a side, angle, side. In this I have got side, angle, side. So I will write, therefore, triangle ACB is congruent to triangle ADB, and the bracket I will write by SAS. So here I have made use out of this which one? So I have used side, angle and side. So by side, angle, side I have proved that these two triangles are congruent. And because the two triangles are congruent, the remaining things also be congruent. So AC equal to AD, that was given to us. BC equal to DB. So we also have now BC equal to DB. That is because the triangles are congruent. Therefore, BC is equal to BD. So here we are done with the sum. What was given to us? A quadrilateral ACBD. Don't write ABCD. It's not ABCD. It's ACBD. Follow the order. Quadrilateral ACBD. AC equal to AD given. And AB is the angular bisector of angle A, means AB cuts angle into two equal parts. So CAB equal to DAB. So we got the two sides are equal, was given. Two angles are equal because it is the angular bisector. This side is equal because it is common to both the triangles, and therefore by SAS the two triangles are congruent, and therefore the corresponding sides are equal. So BC equal to BD. So this is the first sum we did, making use of the axioms and theorems that we have learned. Now let us move on to the next sum. Okay, what have we given in this sum? Again we are given a quadrilateral ABCD. We are given a quadrilateral ABCD. We are given AD equal to BC. See here, what is given to us? We are given a quadrilateral ABCD in which AD and BC both are equal, that is given, and angle DAB equal to angle ABC. This angle and this angle are given equal. Now what we have to prove? First we have to prove triangle ABD and triangle BAC both are congruent. That we have to prove. From that result we have to show that BD equal to AC, and we have to show angle ABD equal to angle BAC. Now these two results can be shown if the first result can be proved. So if we prove the first result that the two triangles are congruent, then the corresponding results will give us the same answer. Now how do we prove they are congruent? So first look which triangles are they talking about. ABD and BAC. So let me join B and D. So this is one triangle I got, ABD. So let me write also in triangle ABD and triangle BAC. See which triangles I have taken. I have taken the same triangles they have named me. ABD, and BAC. Okay? So I have got ABD, the two black lines and the red line, and BAC. Now, what is given? Let me begin. I am given in this triangle AD. See, AD is the side of which triangle? Look at triangle ABD. Can you see triangle ABD? AD is the side of triangle ABD. And look at triangle BAC. BC is the side of another triangle. But AD equal to BC is given to me. So, one side of this triangle and one side of this triangle is given to me equal. Now, in this top triangle, this angle. Can you see this angle? It belongs to this triangle. I am given angle DAB equal to, look at this bottom triangle, angle, what I am given? ABC. So this angle this time belongs to the top triangle which I have taken, and this belongs to the bottom. This is also given to me. Okay, so two conditions given. Which is the third condition? Can you guess the third condition? I think you must have guessed it. In triangle DAB, this triangle, and this triangle, this side is common to the top triangle also, bottom also. AB equal to AB. That is the common side. So what I have got? Side, this side and this side is equal. The angle of the two triangles are equal, and the third side means side, angle, side, and here also side, angle, side. So by SAS axiom, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. The first result is proved by the SAS axiom. Now because ABD and BAC are equal, the corresponding sides AB is equal to AB, BD equal to AC, and AD equal to BC. So BD equal to AC, we can write BD equal to AC. Therefore, we write BD equal to AC. Now here we write CPCT. What does CPCT mean? CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. What do we write? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. If two triangles are congruent, then the corresponding part should be congruent. Means the corresponding sides and the corresponding angle should be congruent. So you can see here BD corresponds to AC. So BD should be equal to AC by CPCT. The full form of CPCT is corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. And same way I can say angle ABD, now only this angle, this piece here, ABD of which triangle? The first triangle ABD, and BAC, this part of the second triangle, ABD equal to BAC, and again I write here CPCT, means corresponding part of congruent triangle. So when I have showed that these two triangles, the top triangle and this triangles are congruent, by SAS all the corresponding parts should also be congruent. So it is written as BD equal to AC. So when this is proved congruent, automatically BD equal to AC, corresponding part of congruent triangles, and also ABD equal to BAC, corresponding part of congruent triangles are equal. So here what we have seen, to prove the triangles are congruent, you have to first choose the triangles. Okay? So understand the pattern. To show the triangles are congruent, you have to first choose the triangles. So the triangles already given, so we choose the triangles, and then we showed which three parts of the triangles are congruent, and using this axiom or these two theorems of this axiom, by choosing the right one, we showed the triangles are congruent. And if the triangles are congruent, their corresponding part should also be congruent, and hence 2 and 3 result comes from the first one. If we prove the triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides are equal and corresponding angles are also equal. So this is something like the converse. For congruency, we first showed if the corresponding sides and the corresponding angles of two triangles are congruent, then the triangles are congruent. And the converse is, if the triangles are congruent, then the corresponding sides and the corresponding angles are also congruent. In other words, if two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are also congruent. So we made use of that to prove the second sum. Okay. Now let us move on to the third. Okay. In this sum, what are we given in the third sum? We are given first of all line segment AB. Okay, so AB is a line segment. Then we are given BC and AD are equal perpendiculars to AB. Means this word is used, equal perpendiculars. What does it mean? They are equal also and they are perpendicular also. Okay. So what is the question asked here? The question is telling here we had a line segment AB. We have a line segment AB and BC and AD are equal perpendiculars. Equal perpendiculars means they are equal also, they are equal and they are perpendicular also means they both are 90 degrees. So BC is perpendicular to AB and even AD is perpendicular to AB. So AD is perpendicular to AB and even BC is perpendicular to AB. And we have to prove CD to prove. What are we to prove? We have to prove CD bisects AB. CD bisects AB means we have to show that CD cuts AB into two equal parts. We have to show CD bisects AB means cuts AB into two equal parts. So let us say it cuts at O. So if CD cuts AB at O into two equal parts, we should have OB equal to OA. That is what we have to show. That CD cuts AB at point O, then CD bisects AB means CD cuts AB into two equal parts at O, so OB is equal to OA, that we have to prove. So now they have not given us to prove any triangles are congruent. They have not told us. Can you see? In this sum they have given what? Again I repeat. Now look at this sum. Here they have given a line segment AB. So first a line segment AB was given and then told BC and AD are equal perpendiculars. Means they are equal also and they both are perpendicular to AB. So perpendicular means angle CBO is 90 degree, angle DAO is 90 degree, that we have, and BC equal to AD, that we have. We have to prove CD bisects AB, means CD cuts AB into two equal parts. In short, we have to show OB equal to OA. Okay. Now they have not told us which triangles to take. So now we have to think logically. To prove CD bisects AB or to prove OA equal to OB, which triangle we should take, which correspondence we should take, which axiom or which theorem we should take. So now the logical parts, you cannot learn this. You have to try to see the sum and understand. So what is given to us? Let us see. We are given this side and this side is equal. That is given. This angle and this angle is 90. It is given. Two things are given. The third thing is not mentioned. And what have you seen here? To prove two triangles are congruent, we have to show that minimum three things are. Two sides and one angle, or two angles and the included side, or two angles and the third side. We have to show these three are equal. So you have to choose which one should I take from here, which triangle should I take, which correspondence should I take, which axiom or which theorem I should take to prove this. So I will start the sum. I will take in triangle COB and triangle BOA. So this is very important step to select which triangles. I took triangle COB, this triangle, and triangle DOA, the bottom triangle. I have taken this triangle separately and this triangle. That is what I have taken. Now let me see what is given to us. It is given angle CBO of this triangle, angle CBO equal to angle AOD, because right angles, both are 90 degrees. So both are right angles means they both are equal. So I have got CBO equal to OAB. Okay, so it is right angles. Now I will write angle BOC equal to angle DOA. Imagine what I have done. Nothing was given. but I am writing angle BOC is equal to angle DOA. And why I can write that? Because in chapter 6 we learned vertically opposite angles are equal. So I write here they are vertically opposite angles. And these are when two lines intersect, they form vertically opposite angles which are always equal. So angle BOC equal to angle DOA because they are vertically opposite angles. And BC equal to AD, that is given to me. So what I am given here, so look at the order. Actually I have written it wrong. I should have written it in the reverse order. Means not reverse order, I will show you why. I should have first written angle BOA equal to BOC. Angle BOC equal to angle DOA, which are the vertically opposite angles in the bracket I have to mention, and angle CBO equal to angle AOD, which are right angles. So I have written it upside down, now change. Now why I have done this? Look at this. First I took this this angle, then I took this angle, then I took this side. In the same way I took this angle, and this side. So which one is matching here? If you notice, this one matches this one. So I write here by AAS. By AAS, triangle, which one? COB is congruent to triangle DOA. So now these two triangles are congruent. But if the triangles are congruent, their corresponding side should be equal. Means OB equal to OA. So I can write here OB equal to OA. What I write in the bracket? CPCT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So because the two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are congruent. So OB equal to OA. Okay, OB equal to means these two sides are equal. And therefore CD bisects AB. I can write. Hence proof. So here in this question, we were not told which triangle we should be taken, right? In this sum, it was not told to us which triangle needs to be taken. So here you have to choose according to the sum which triangle you will take, in which order you will write, which theorem or which axiom you will choose, and then prove whatever needs to be proved. So here we had to prove CD bisects AB, but I took the help of the congruency of triangles. With the help of congruency of triangles, I proved that the two triangles are congruent, and because the two triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides are equal, corresponding parts are equal, and because the corresponding parts are equal, I could show CD bisects AB. So I have given you a few sums, I have done a few sums for you. And I am going to leave the remaining sums for you to try. I am going to make you do it, but it is also for you to try out the sums, work it out, okay? And again, as a sequence, what you need to do, whatever is the problem given to you, first you will draw the diagram, look at the diagram and choose the triangle. Whatever is given in the triangle, you will write down in the proper order, and then by showing which theorem or which axiom you have chosen, you will prove the sums. So in the first lecture, we understood what is congruency. Yes, and we also saw this axiom which we accepted without proof. These two theorems we proved, this theorem we proved, and this is the consequence. And we have done 3 sums today in which I tried to explain to you how we can think logically and prove what needs to be proven. Right? So we have made use of it. So kindly go through the lecture, understand it fully, because these sums are asked for 3 to 4 marks. So kindly practice these sums as much as possible. Try to understand the sum, repeat the sum and try to understand, and then practice a few sums on your own and see if you can work it out. So I am going to end here. Thank you.